We are live.
Welcome,
Welcome.
good people. It's so good to be here with you all tonight. Alex, the car doctor, back at you.
Listen, well, we already got a question. Are you there, the Phantom? Let us know while I set up everything here.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. No, that's not what I'm trying to put up there. I'm trying to put up this bad boy.
What?
That little ticker to remind them to do stuff.
Yeah.
Welcome. Hey, as you guys come in, let us know the quality. Can you see us? Are we
Please.
blurry? Because you remember last week we had switched to
It
Verizon.
was horrible.
Well, we unplugged them suckers now, so I need to make sure that you guys can see us
Are
and
we
hear us.
back with great quality? We
Yeah,
got to be quality for you guys. We want the
absolutely.
best for y'all.
Yeah, so let us know. Can you see us and you hear us fine? Before all the questions start getting in the
Mhm.
chat and stuff
Cause
like
it was
that.
a disaster last
Joshua
week.
said it. He said it looks good to him. All
Ooh,
right, cool,
yeah.
cool,
Okay,
cool.
we back,
All
y'all.
right, all
We
right, all
are
right.
back.
Boom, there go
Great
everybody. All
quality.
right, good. All right,
Yes.
back in there like swimwear.
Yes.
All right, let's not get too excited. Let me
Okay.
see. Am I moving? Are we glitching?
Oh my
All right,
gosh.
anyway, the Phantom says, "Hey Alex, what do you think about the 2022 Honda Civic Sport? It's my first brand new car.
Ooh,
Do you think I
nice.
made a good decision with this purchase?
I
You did
definitely think
good.
so.
You did good."
Honda has always had that drive going for themselves. You did great, man. I have no complaints. I haven't seen any issues. Now, of course, every car has its issue. I'm not saying your car is perfect. Nothing is perfect in this world. But I do think you made an excellent choice. Excellent. So, bravos to you.
Yeah, good job. Do your maintenance now. That don't mean hold
Yeah.
on, hold on, hold on. That don't mean neglect your Honda. If it's brand new, that means you got the manual. Familiarize yourself with what I tell you guys all the time. The not the speedometer, but the
Mileage.
mileage don't tell you how far you've gone. It tell you what time it is. Okay,
Hmm.
so you need to know what to do at 20, 30,000 miles, 40 and 50 and so on. Take care of your Honda, and it should take care of you right back. All right. PB Martin says, "Yo, what's up, y'all?"
What is happening?
Joshua Ricks, we ain't got no cherry Pepsi tonight, baby. We got
Just the good
water
old
though.
water.
We got water, ice water. I'm glad it looked good to you. Brian Glenn says, "Good evening. It's a great video quality. That's what we want to hear.
That's what I'm talking
Last
about.
week was whack. We about to hear up and cancel that. We don't
Hmm.
want it." The Phantom says the quality is great. The live is working fine.
Oh
Good
yeah, we
job.
back up through there.
Mike Puck. Hi, Alex. Greetings from Canada. I love
One of,
your
one of my
videos.
favorite places, man. Come visit. You're gonna show me
Man,
around one of these days.
you know we get a lot of love from Canada. A
I
lot.
love Canada.
Yeah. Tyler says hello from Noonan. That's next door.
Yeah.
Hey, cousin.
What's going on?
He says quality is thumbs up. Alex, what's your thoughts on the Toyota Prius? I'm looking at a 2015 Prius V Wagon with 115,000 miles on it. Oil was changed every 5K and it has been maintained very well.
You can't go wrong with the Prius. The Prius, in my opinion, set the benchmark when it came to hybrid vehicles. Toyota's always been an innovator when it came to new and exciting things. And by being a 15 and not like the early 2000s, they've made a lot of changes, made things even better. Now, there's nothing wrong with the earlier years, but it's a 15. The newer stuff gets, the better it gets. So, and it's a Toyota, so it's okay in my book. If you bought it or if you're thinking about purchasing it, jump on it. The only thing that scares me about Priuses or any hybrid cars, that dang on battery. Like, man,
Yeah.
when that hybrid battery go out, it's gonna cost you. So just if you plan on keeping this car for the long run, make sure you look up the battery life. Like, hey, how much life can I get out of this battery by being a 2015? If the battery life is only rated at 10 years, well, and it's a 2015, so but that makes it you almost the battery
It's
life
9
is
years
all
old.
the battery life is almost depleted, and you look up the price, and the price for a battery, let's say 10 grand. You,
Are they really that high?
I don't know. I'm just throwing numbers out.
It ain't cheap though.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
So that may deter you right there. Just do your research, please. That's
But
the
you
only
know
thing
what?
scares me
He
about
in
the
Georgia.
hybrids.
There's a guy that rides around and redo them batteries.
Yeah, but they're never going to be the same because what they do is they rebuild the batteries. They take used batteries and mine them for the good cells and leave the bad cells, because once the cells go bad in the batteries, there is no coming back. I heard you just have to throw those cells away. So they'll tear apart car batteries, hybrid batteries, and pull all the good cells out and throw that into a package with all good cells and sell it to you. The batteries are still used. Who to say in the next couple of years that that's one of the used sales are not on their way out. So it's just, one of those things.
All right.
I know that was a mouthful, but I'm here for y'all.
I mean, you answered his question, so that's good. Justin Owen says loud and clear. Thank you for the feedback. We want to make sure we're clear. Sebastian, like everything we do got to be quality. I'm sorry. It's got to. Or we might as well not do it. Sebastian says, hey guys, hopefully the name Dirty Dart wins. Man,
we had a lot of good ones. Dirty Dart, I like that one.
It's between Dirty Dart, which is, I like that one. Because
I like Darth Vader.
I know, but I feel like we from the dirty South. So it's only right that it be Dirty Dart. See what I'm saying?
Right. Jeez.
We're going to announce it on the next episode of that, Sebastian.
We highly consider it one of those two names.
Boss Chick 48. Okay. What's up, sis? Okay. Says, have a 2017 Camaro. Air stopped working when I cut the car off. The fan was still running. What could it be?
Air stopped working when I cut the car off. Okay, so
no, her air stopped working, but she's saying when she cut the car off, the fan is still running.
Okay, so it must be hot where you at. Sometimes that's a normal thing. Sometimes, but your air stopped working, so your car may be experiencing overheating issues. And when it's slightly overheating, the air will not run. But that may not be your case, because sometimes it'll display it in the instrument cluster saying AC off. It'll tell you AC is turned off, car's running hot or something weird. It'll give some type of message. It may just be time for you're gonna have to have it looked at. It's really hard to say. It could be so much going on with it. Nothing comes off the top of my head right now to help you out. It's just gonna have to be looked at personally.
But that stuff go hand in hand. Air and fans and coolant systems,
all that stuff. So if your coolant is low, sometimes your car will not run the AC because it knows the coolant is low. Because when you run your AC, guys and gals, the condenser gets very hot, and the condenser sits right in front of that radiator. And by it being hot, the air have to travel through that to cool the condenser, which when it comes on the backside of the condenser, the air is already hot, trying to cool hot radiator coolant. So it stresses out your cooling system when you're running your AC. So your cooling system got to be up to par anytime you run the AC.
All righty. That was a mouthful, but I hope you got that one.
I tried to talk it so y'all can understand it.
All right. The Phantom says, thank you so much. I appreciate it. No problem. Bill Gates in the house. I'm still waiting on that $45,000, man. You gonna let me hold it or not,
Bill Gates, man? Appreciate you for showing up, brother.
Every live Bill be on here.
Bill Gates is the man.
Sup, you guys. Alex be putting the YouTube trolls on notice this week. The clapback was strong.
Man,
you know what?
They caught me at that time, me and my wife.
You know
Normally
what?
That's not the case. I just let them be stupid and let y'all guys take
95% of the time we just ignore stupid comments. But it's like, you know what? We live in a era of life where people think they can just say what they want to say. And, okay, I'm on my couch in my miserable life and I hate my wife. And I'm just going to say what I want to say on this. No, you're not going to do that because we're going to get right back at you, baby. We're from Atlanta.
This man, I know what video you're talking about. He's misquoting scriptures. And
I'm like, hold up.
He calling. Then he pulled out my wife. We text him back. Was like, where does it say that in the Bible? He come back talking about some, pride become from the fall. And I'm like, what did that got to do with what you said previous?
See, that's why they be laughing at us Christians because of people like him.
I'm not prideful.
He said cleanliness is next to godliness, and I challenge anybody who listening to this live, go find me the scripture where it say that.
He couldn't. He came back with some prideful
Go find
stuff.
it and message me, and I will stand corrected on live. But
that dude was.
Don't be in our comments talking crazy, because if I see it on comment, I'm telling you.
He was a mess.
2 things get you synced about: mess with my children, mess with my man. I love him. And he's so sweet. I be like, you better chomp them off bad. He be like, it's nothing. It's nothing. No, it's something. It's gonna be something. I'm a warrior, you know. Devin Whitlow says, hey Alex.
Hey, what's happening, Devin?
The Phantom says, I have been on top of maintenance, so thank you guys. Yes,
great.
stay on top of it. We've been getting a lot of neglected Acura Hondas this past week. I'm like, that don't mean
we got some that we got MDX up there that may get abandoned. I'm like, lady, what are you doing? I do not want this car up here.
I don't want it. Sebastian says, do you guys have any experience doing work or service contracts like Alley Powertrain warranty? I purchased it with my Dodge 2017 Dodge Journey 2.4 at the dealership. We haven't come across that company yet, but we've come across like Protect My Car. I like them. Car Shield, they straight, and Endurance, they're fine too.
At the end of the day, you have to read your contract. Guys and gals who get Car Shield and Protect My Car, most of the time they don't read their contract, and when it comes time for service to get something done, that was not in their contract to get done, and they get mad because they didn't understand the contract. Most of the time, I can't say they're bad about doing this. When you're signing up for this stuff, they don't go over really well with you.
Some say they do though. Do they?
I don't know, because that's why everybody is so rah, and it's such a touchy subject about car warranty companies. Either they're not listening or they're not explaining things good to the customers, where you be like, hey, you may not want this one because this, I think if they explained it like, this is the most common thing that happens to vehicles out here. You may want to up your plan and get this particular one. Because most likely this particular problem is going to happen to you, versus if you get this one, you're not going to be covered for that particular problem. And they'll be like, okay.
And I know Car Shield don't cover
maintenance items.
General maintenance stuff like brakes and stuff. You have to pay for that stuff.
So that's why a lot of people get mad.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, for sure. But just read your contract and, make them pay and keep up with all your records. A lot of people get declined. Like, okay, if you come in our shop and you need a new engine, I submit the claim for the engine, and you ain't been with them long, especially if you haven't been with them long. But they want to see, have you been changing your oil? Well, customer got in the shop now. Oh, I just buy the oil from Home Depot or wherever and change it wherever. His words. Do you have any receipts then? No, I don't know, man. So okay, so when you coming with these warranty folks, you got to have that paperwork in place. So all your service records, you need to save them, please. Save them. So if they ever need it, bam, here it is. Now pay my claim. Okay.
Yeah, we deal with a lot of warranty companies, so we know the ins and the outs. I told my wife, she suggested that we do more Car Shield and warranty claim videos for you guys, just to educate you. Do I suggest getting that types of warranties? I'm like in the middle. No, not really, and yes, kind of, sorta. I'm unbiased about the situation, because on one hand, you can put the money that you're spending with Car Shield or whoever warranty company into a emergency fund account specifically for your car. And on the other hand, you can just get a big boy credit card that you just set to the side.
I'm finna stop you right there, Mr. Car Doctor with good credit. First of all, people aren't making enough to save $6,000 for engine job on their Dodge Journey. Okay. Or wait a minute, let me finish. Okay. Let me cook. That's what our sons say all the time. Let me cook.
Like, what is that?
Say he just got the Dodge Journey and he need lifter rockers, and I'm not saying that you work at Walmart, but let's say you work at Walmart somewhere. He ain't got no money to live and save up for no lifter rocker job. Okay, so that's where it's coming into play. The affordability in America is up. So it's kind of like, I'm going to go ahead and pay CarShield this $100, whatever, per month to protect me against stuff like this.
Okay, so in this situation, I'm just going to jump on your side. That's why I said I'm in both ways. It's like, depending on which way you're looking at it.
Everybody don't have stellar credit to be able to.
That's why I said I'm in the middle.
Unless you got Navy Federal, they be giving out high limits over there.
Yeah.
I'm saying I ain't never gave you no gym. But yeah, I mean, so I get why people get it, but you have to get it with the correct mentality, not saying that this warranty company is going to be your savior, because it's not. They're not. At the end of the day, they don't want to pay out no $4,000 or $5,000 claim, especially when they just start courting you.
Mm-hmm.
So this gentleman had his a contract for only 6 months. That's like dating a man and y'all 6 months in and you want him to start paying your mortgage. Some men be doing that, but still, I need my light bill. No, you know what I mean? So you just have to understand the contract, understand the relationship, what you're getting for the money that you're paying that warranty company. Because they're not, now I've had CarShield say, well, man, this guy been with us 2 years. He's never filed a claim. We'll approve. They was willing to approve anything we said because of that.
Sometimes they don't need to send a person out there. Especially dealing with me, they have a good relationship with me. I think.
Well, that's because we don't lie. Alex got blamed on TikTok because he said he's not gonna lie to CarShield. We don't lie. Listen.
Oh yeah, that people went in on me. I was like, what the world? People like to deal with liars.
So to answer your question,
it was funny.
Just I skipped question. Just read your contract, understand what you're getting, understand what's covered and what's not covered, so you won't be shocked if they say no.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Bill Gates, I still need that 45,000, man. I'm gonna keep saying that every time I see your name on here. Alex, I have a 2008 Santa Fe. Eesh. The car likes to turn off the gas pump and spit gas back at you. How do you know if it's the fuel tank pressure sensor or the vent valve?
You're gonna have to run some tests. It seems like there's some research on this matter because both could do that. The vent valve, what it does is relieve it opens so it can relieve the fume, so it won't pop the nozzle and it spit back at you and all that crazy stuff. And the sensor senses that so it can tell the vent valve what to do. And if the pressure sensor in the tank is throwing out false signals, it will continue to keep that vent valve closed and it won't open up when it comes time. You just have to have a good scanner to scan the car and run the appropriate tests. Because other than that, you're just going to be throwing parts at it and that may not fix the problem, because you also have to look into the wiring of the vehicle too. Just have to run the appropriate tests.
All right, Mike Puck says, if you ever come to Saskatchewan, Canada.
Ooh, sounds exotic.
See that reading skills, bro.
Sounds like a beautiful place.
Come see me. Beer is always cool.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm about to make a plane trip tomorrow.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of beer, and again, guys, we come on here and talk to y'all for free. It's not a problem. But last week, the super chats wasn't on. They're on now. So if you want to use that feature to buy Alex beer, you can do so. Okay.
I'm sold out.
But it's not a requirement.
No,
we're going to sit here and answer these questions as we see fit.
Mm-hmm.
And he ain't paying attention. Joseph says, hi, my friend has Mercedes C-Class around 2012. When he started a car, I heard the engine knocking for like 2 to 4 seconds. It seems like it was waiting for the oil pressure or something.
Yeah, that's called a dry start. He's either using not the correct weight of oil, or his engine is getting worn out. Or he could have like weak timing chain components. C-Class, I forgot what that looks like. Mercedes always fool me. It's hard to keep up with it. You got the C230s and all this. I need to know what number. Is it the baby Mercedes or the big boy? I don't know. But anywho, maybe timing chain rattle, or I don't know if it's the bottom end or not. I have to hear it for myself to get a good grasp of what he needs to do. He can also, if the engine is worn out, he also can try like Lucas and things like that.
All right, Davin Whitlow coming in with the super chat just because. We thank you so much.
Brother. I really do.
Ira Jackson says, "Here you go." And what's up with that? What's that? The cut dog. Cut dog. I got you. I couldn't see because of the yellow.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get on it. I have to because I want to drive that car so bad. I'm trying to. I have so much going on at the shop. I have my own little side
you keep
money.
taking in projects.
No, it's not that.
The Ford Fiesta. You see them Ford Fiestas in the latest videos? He took them on.
No.
You stop taking them on. You have time.
No, it's not that. This is I've been saving up money for the Cutlass to buy my cam and everything I need, the springs, everything, so I can start on the engine. I had a lot of money saved up, but I gave it to my wife for a cruise. Yes,
you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I had a good vibe saved. I was like, babe, don't worry about it. It's fine. Go have a good time.
He did. He wanted to send me on a trip.
I got a little bit saved up now, but we bought a passenger van, and we need it. So that money gotta be dumped into that. So that's what's going on with the Cutlass.
Hold on, but hold on though, because before you gave me the money for the cruise, you blew it on the kids buying toys.
I did not. I had a good chunk.
She got 2 riding toys in the living room right now. What are you talking about?
No, this was after the fact. I brought back down to 0. Anywho, move along. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for my cruise. See, why y'all got to add tongue? We is on national internet right now. I love him. He did. I had needed a trip and he sent me on it.
Yeah, so. I had to send you with some money. I can't have my wife going somewhere broke now.
And I had money. Thank you. Trey Ferre says, what year was a bad year for Camrys? I read my Jetta. Oh, Lord.
Oh, that's horrible.
Why you do that,
not
Trey?
The Jetta, man.
We was just talking about Jettas on TikTok. 2007 was the worst year. Don't buy that.
Yeah.
2007. Now, if you're in the market for the new ones, they doing good. The 2023 and stuff like that.
Any Camry is.
Except the 07. It was just a problematic year.
Toyota has been ranking very high lately.
Yeah. They got like a 93. What you call it, right?
Trying to get the Toyota, but I'm not going to be able to get to it.
Don't worry about it. That bad year was 2007. But if you get a Toyota, make sure it wasn't neglected. That's the thing.
That's the key. Because I see a lot of people, they know Toyotas are good and they'll go out and buy the first Toyota popping. The problem with Toyota and Honda, good people, they're such good cars. People will buy salvage wrecked Toyotas and Honda and just throw them back together. And I be seeing people riding around with salvage title vehicles and rebuilt cars. And when I see them in person, they just look horrible. The paint job is orange peel. It's like, y'all didn't see this. The whole car is repainted. Look like they painted it on the outside. I'm like, ugh. Under the hood, it's just been molested. I'm like, dang, this thing is barely running. And, we got a good deal for it.
Yeah, no, man. That's the only thing you got to beware is that 2007 year and who you buying it from.
Yep, it matters who you buy cars from, just like it matters what type of person you let touch your vehicle.
If you got some money to get it neutered, they say the new ones are very good.
They're nice. They're nice too.
Khalil Savage Stevens says, "Bro, you get the best car ever."
I appreciate that.
Thank
you. And
to
so come
much.
Think about, I'm trying to get it out. And to come
on, babe. Come on.
And
come think about what we're talking about.
And I never want to be on the internet.
Oh yeah, he did it.
To come and think about it, I never wanted to be on the internet.
I made him our first real video for real was that how to change your water pump on a 2.7 Dodge Charger.
My wife did, maybe.
He was like,
I didn't want to be noticed. I
was like, get on the camera, anime. We doing this video. And I still have to do that sometimes because I be like, let's film this. He was like, oh no, I'm in the groove. I don't wanna. And I be like, I see it.
Because at the end of the day, I don't care about
Half of these videos y'all wouldn't even get if it
I
weren't
don't
for me,
care
man.
about fame and glory and all that stuff. I'm just a regular guy, y'all.
He just like cars.
Just
He
like
talk to you
cars.
deaf about the car now.
Yeah.
I'm just glad he got y'all to talk to now, not me.
Anything else, I'm like, when I start being quiet and just listening, that mean I don't know what the heck going on or what you're probably talking about. I'm just gonna listen and nod.
He's an introvert,
like I don't speak English or something. Don't ask me don't repeat what you just said. Oh no.
Speaking of English, and I bring this up because we saw, shout out to Jose Zam. He was the winner of our 50,000 giveaway, and he actually received his prize. So shout out to him over at Texas.
It took us forever to get it shipped off.
We got busy at the shop, but nonetheless he got it. But he left us a message to say he did, but his English was kind of.
Oh, you seen the message?
Yeah, but it was cute. Yeah.
Like,
so shout out to you, Jose. We're so happy that you got your jump box, and we hope that it treats you well. Y'all, come on to get us to 100K so I can give away some good stuff. I want
to give away a lot of more stuff.
James Smith, 2014 Ford Escape with a coolant leak, only when it's cold out.
Ooh, that one's gonna require some testing. It could be so many places coolant can leak. But what comes to mind is some type of leak where it's metal involved, because as metal gets hot, it will expand and the leak will close up. And when it's cold, it contracts, and that's when the leak starts. So wherever the leak is coming from, it's something that's bolted to something that's metal, whatever that may be. It could be water pump, could be some type of plastic housing bolted to the block. You're gonna have to just do the proper pressure test, because there's so many places coolant can come from in general.
Hopefully that help you. Abel Natividad says, what city are you at? We are in Atlanta, just outside of Atlanta, in Morrow, Georgia. All right. So let's see. I think I got a super chat. Oh, Bill Gates. I found the super chat button. I was lost. I got the org verified for y'all. I'll let you hold some money. Nice. But this is the Escalade Palisade Fund, not Corona. Hey, that's for me. Bill, I knew that me and you was here.
That's funny.
I want that Escalade. I want it. I don't care. You gonna fix it too.
Yeah, when I do get it, I'm going straight. I'm doing the goodies.
Yeah.
I can't say what goodies.
Just hook me up.
I will hook you up.
Make sure my Escalade is reliable.
Yes, I got
Thank you, Bill.
Bill, you the man,
Much
man. I love you, brother.
Heriberto, thank you for the super chat. He says, hi, guys. It's great to see you all.
It's great to be seen, guys. It really is.
Thank you for the super chat. I was just thinking, I was talking with my good friend today, and we were just like, people out here living life. Life is lifing for everyone. Even for us. When we come on this live, we be having problems just like everybody else. However, you can, a comment said, I wish I could wake up every day and be happy like Alex. Alex, choose joy. You can choose to be happy. Find something you thankful about and just be like, you know what? Sometimes it gotta be, I'm alive, my heart pumping. I'm thankful.
I was really happy on that Turbo Bill video. So if you want to see like if my happiness and in my elements of creation, go check out that video. It was a blast, and I'm nowhere from being finished. I actually messed up that turbo just for a snippet bit of what happened. I lost track of time on that too.
Oh yeah, and I went ahead.
Yeah, my wife was mad.
You know what I'm saying? You give them an inch, they run a marathon on you. I never get that. Eric Wilson says, I just bought a 03 F-150 with the P0420 and P0430 cat code efficiently below threshold. My question is, should I go ahead and replace the cats and O2 sensors? I'm not sure which one it is, but I like to knock out everything at once. If it's the original catalytic converter from 2003, I would.
It depends on what the mileage is on that truck too, but we are talking about an F-150, and the average F-150 200,000-300,000 miles for that particular truck.
Mm.
If it has low miles, make sure the vehicle is up to speed on maintenance.
True.
Spark plugs can directly affect the catalytic converter. If you're driving around with bad spark plugs or bad coils, it's going to skip. You didn't mention anything about skipping, but make sure the vehicle is brought up to maintenance. Do a fuel induction service, and if that doesn't work, I will then do the catalytic converters. Oxygen sensors, 9 times out of 10, that's not going to be a problem. If it was somewhere near your problem, the computer will pick it up. This truck is considered a modern day truck, and the computer is very good of picking up faults with a particular sensor. So that's not going to be a problem there. So hopefully that helps.
Yeah. But shout out to you for wanting to knock things out.
Yeah.
I love customers like that. Like, let's not band-aid this thing. Go ahead and just take care of it if you got the money to do it. Yeah, for sure. All right. Dolio, I hope I said that right. Cordell says, I have a 2018 Impala. I just changed the brakes and rotors and my back right passenger side is rubbing down like steel rubbing together.
If you just did the brakes, what most likely happens is...
Can I guess?
Yes.
Backing plate gets bent?
Yep, you bend the backing plate.
I be paying attention at Alex to cut out. I do. You know?
It definitely could be the backing plate. 2 things come in mind. My wife gave one away already. She beat me to it. The brake hardware. Sometimes when you're putting on the shims and brake hardware, you either bent them or they came from the box already bent. And when you put them on and tighten everything back down, that hardware is scraping up against the rotor, or the backing plate is scraping up against the rotor. I have also seen where people would install their brake pads backwards. I know how crazy that sounds, but I've seen it. So make sure those things are good. What you actually need to do, if it's coming from the rear, that is a front wheel drive vehicle, you can easily jack the vehicle up on that side, use a jack stand, be safe, of course, when doing this, and spin the wheel and take a look around. After you spin the wheel, take a look around, drop it back down, loosen the lug nuts, jack it back up, pull the wheel back off with the same studs, run you about 2 of them up there across from each other. That'll hold the rotor in place. The nuts, the little lug nuts, spin them back up there to hold the rotor in place. Because if it's no lug nuts on there, the rotor will kind of wobble around and you won't get a good look at what's going on. It'll give you like a false look because the rotor will be like hanging off or not square, straight. And once you get the lug nuts on there, then spin it and you can really look up in there without the wheel being on. Hopefully that helps. I know it's a mouthful, but I had to explain it.
I had to explain it. I was like, what are we talking about again? Shamar Williams says, remember me, $15 an hour, $6.50 a week? Yes, I do. You've been working with them folks for a couple of years. What they say? He says, I asked for $17 an hour. They denied it and said I wasn't making them enough. I looked at my tickets and I've been doing about $24,000 a month.
No way. Man, come on over here, Alex.
Print out them tickets. Type up your resume. Go elsewhere.
Yep.
Because the one thing about the industry is short on techs. Okay?
That is insane.
Tell them, but like, don't tell them yet. Just go ahead and find you another job.
That's awful.
Take that. Give my cookies. See, I have to fight for my snacks around here, man. Dang, man.
These cookies right here is busted, y'all. My wife turned me on to these little tapes.
I brought them out here to get from the kids.
You brought them out here for me.
Y'all see that? See, y'all know we married for real in real life. It ain't no show. Anyway, type up your resume. I would get a copy of the tickets you make to shop. Prepare all of that. Get you something nice. Put it on. Go get another job. Let them feel that $24,000 loss. And good luck finding somebody that's reliable to come to work and want to do their job.
Them folks jugging.
That's my advice. Find a job first and then tell them kick rocks. That's what I would do. And if you're in Atlanta, come on down. I treat you well. I started my guy off at 17, and he about to get a bump because he's better than what he told me he was.
I think I got played in a good way.
Yeah.
I'm new at this. This will be my first job.
Nah, Mason's the man, straight up. And I believe in profit sharing. So
I was like, am I being punked?
If we hit our numbers, I'm going to share a percentage of the quarterly profits with them. That's the problem with the automotive industry. These techs are underpaid, so that when it's time for them to take an hour to diagnose, they have doing it, et cetera, et cetera. So good luck to you, sweetheart. I hope that you go somewhere where you're treated fairly. You'll find that place.
Good little snack.
Zach said, and drunk my water. Just left me. Okay.
I left you a little bit.
That's all right. I know what. Zach says, big fan, quick question. First of all, thank you.
Yes.
What's your opinion on the mobile repair business, and have you ever thought about getting into that business?
I've been in that business, actually.
Started there.
Yeah, very good. You have to pick a niche. Babe, take it away.
You make good money.
Yes, no overhead.
Thousands a week, no overhead.
But you already.
How you gonna tell me to take away then?
Go ahead. My bad.
It's the ADHD kicking in.
Maybe.
All right.
Not really. I don't have ADHD. No, I don't.
Anyway, it's good money, Zach. Great money, especially if you're in a big metro area like Atlanta. Alex was a mobile mechanic for many, many years before we got to where we are today. I mean, we lived well. The biggest thing I would tell you that if we could go back and do it again is, first of all, and I see a lot of mobile mechanics doing this now, that's why I know it'll work. Charge them a $25 deposit, just like the hair people do, to secure an appointment. That's non-refundable. Okay. Then once you get out there, charge them a diagnostic fee. That's, now what you can do is, Alex used to say, if you get the work done, it goes toward the repair. At the shop, we do not do that because we have overhead. We have huge machines that we have to, you know what I'm saying, $10,000 AC machines, etc. So, but you got to think, what are you offering them as a mobile mechanic? You're a shop alternative. See, we're a dealership alternative.
I don't compete with mom and pop shops.
Yeah, we compete with the dealership and big chain shops. So, and then second of all, like in Atlanta, when Alex first was a mobile mechanic, the first time he was driving from Atlanta to LA. Buford and this and that. You don't want to spend most of your time in traffic. So niche it down to a county. So the second time around when he was a mobile mechanic, I said, look, let's just do DeKalb County. It cuts down on your commute. You can get from job to job as quickly as possible. Stay away from big jobs that get in over your head. You want to make that quick money, okay? Brakes, starters, spark plugs.
They're trying to do engines and major repairs.
Yeah, because that job will tie you up for 2-3 days. Heaven forbid it rains. Now you missing out on that quick money. You could have made that same money, okay? Also, too, use Square for appointments. Find you a labor guide that now you got mobile internet, so you really can have a shop on wheels. It's just all about how you want to set that business up, but it's great money. Very better than having $6,000 rent a month.
Way better. The problem is, if you get sick or if you're down, you're down by yourself.
Yep. If you're down, you're down, and it's gonna be hard days, but that's with anything. But it's great money. It's just not for us anymore.
People can easily run off and not pay you.
People can run off and not pay. And you don't have make sure you get the information so you can put a lien on it. But we've had to sue a guy. He waited until Alex left out of his gated community up in Stockbridge. Cancel the pay. Don't accept PayPal. Cancel the PayPal. PayPal say, well, listen, I see your evidence, but we don't cover that. So we wound up having to take him to court. We won 5 years ago, and that joker still ain't paid. So you have to know that there are predatory customers, but that's with anything, though. There's a good side and a downside to every business and every industry. So if you're thinking about doing it, Zach, go for it. You'll be just fine. All right. Y'all let me know. I can make some content on some mobile mechanic business, honey, because I can do it. All right. The big picture says I have a 2013 Nissan Altima Firestone. It's currently working on my car, and it's experiencing a crank no start. What could it be?
Crank and no start. You could have plenty of problems. that's around that particular issue. The
Mm-hmm.
first thing that comes to mind is a bad crankshaft positioning sensor,
Mm-hmm.
bad fuses, not getting fuel.
Fuel pump.
Yep, not
Mhm.
getting spark. Security problems dealing with the key, the immobilizer system. Um, Firestone may not be the people for you. They're more of a tire shop.
Right, yeah.
And
Well,
they
not
normally
all
do
Firestones
not
are
all
bad, yeah.
Firestones, but most of them they're specifically want to focus in on quick money dealing with tires and brakes and things like that. When it comes to like really getting into diagnosing stuff, sometimes they can make mistakes or do it wrong, costing you, the consumer, more money than you need to spend. So first off, you need to have a real conversation with them folks and saying, hey, um, do you have the ability to diagnose my vehicle properly? Meaning I want you tell them just like this, meaning I want your best top tech on this issue. I do not want to be going around in circles with you, saying it's this, and I pay you guys, and turns out that's not the problem. You know, what insurance can you give me with you guys' ability? And of course, they may lie. Oh, yeah, all of our guys are trained. I've had shops tell me that, and I'm like, clearly that's not the case because I wouldn't be calling you if all your guys was trained. So hopefully that little bit helps.
Yeah, but the fuel pump issue is common with the Nissans.
I've seen it.
Yeah, for sure. So
And they're expensive too, dealing with the little Centras.
Tyler says, I appreciate your response. Thank y'all. One more question. What's your thoughts on the new 2024 Chevy Trax with the 3-cylinder turbo with the wet timing belt? Seems like it's cold, could be a disaster.
Yeah.
Anytime you hear turbo,
Nah,
it's money, baby.
Well, first off, GM is outsourcing to like European stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
Their engine is no longer American made, so it's like a European design engine. Just like with Chrysler, it's Italian brand vehicle now. It's no longer American, so I'm working on foreign cars every day. But the design, the wet, anytime you say wet timing belt, or like the diesels they're using, the new 6-cylinder inline 6 Duramaxes, they have a wet oil pump belt. I'm like, come on, y'all. So if that oil pump belt breaks, guess what? The oil is not circulating through your engine, and you're gonna destroy it pretty quick. That turned me off about the 6-liter Duramax. I mean, not 6-liter Duramax, the inline 6 Duramax, the little small 3. I think it's a 3-liter or something. I forgot what size it was because I actually liked that engine when it first came out until I saw it had that design. But to answer your question, the car is too new.
Yeah, it's too new.
I haven't seen it. The only time I've seen that particular car is from where AutoZone drivers pull up in it, and I know them. I know AutoZone very well, so guess what I did? I go up under there and pop the hood. So yeah, just imagine a parts delivery guy pulling up, and I'm just randomly popping a hood. That's the type of person I am, to look at the new stuff that's out.
Well, here's a piece of advice when buying cars, and I learned this from Alex. Like, unless that car has been out with that same generation, never buy the new version of it. Babe, come on with the flipping of the pages. You ain't gonna find it. Give me the book.
You're gonna be a guinea pig if you buy the new stuff. You don't want to be the guinea pig.
Right. And then if so, it's like, why would you, if you're gonna get a brand new car and you can't afford all the bills, and first of all, if you're gonna pay on something, get the top of the line. Mm-hmm. Man, before you say, well, I can't afford the leather seats and the moonroof and all of this other stuff, go a couple of years back and you can. You don't have to get to 2024.
You can get better research and advice on older models.
For sure.
Than this new stuff that we don't know nothing about, and it's experimental. Mm-hmm. And we just got sent a letter with graphic pictures of this lady getting exploded with an airbag because we bought a Ford, and basically the airbag explodes and strap metal in your face if you're in an accident. You don't want that to be you with this new stuff, defectiveness. So they may try to hurry up and send out a recall, major recall. These are the years affected, all the 24s. Please, dealership, y'all send y'all cars right back to the dealership because your car can catch on fire, or it can have a blowout, or the wheel can fall off. And what if you don't get that notice? A lot of people don't check my mails, the mailbox.
I ain't mad because I don't check the mail. So.
Exactly. So if we get like a notice, a major recall, guess who not gonna know?
I ain't.
We're not gonna know.
Mail.
So we're gonna be driving down the street in danger. So that's the reason
if
I don't get
emailable. They should have emailed it then.
You see what I'm saying? Anywho, moving on.
But yeah, never buy the brand new. You know, if it ain't been out for the last 5 years,
well, at least 2 years.
Joshua Rick says Midnight Bucket is the one. You know you'll love it.
Yeah,
I like Midnight Bucket too because of the thing. I'm gonna live stream that race, guys. I'm gonna figure out how to get footage.
Man, I hope I win.
And live stream so y'all won't miss it. Jose, he says,
hey, what's happening?
He says, I didn't know he was on here. He says, I really appreciate the giveaways you guys gave me. Thank y'all so much. I hope you get to use it. I don't know what you do for a living, if you do mechanic work, but I hope you get to use it. This is the
winner, Jose. He's the man.
Shout out to Jose. Congratulations again. Thank you for your support. Chris Jefferson says, yo, Alex, man, I have a question about my 2006 Nissan Titan. Sounds like a lawnmower when I hit the gas. And how can I get in contact to get a diagnostic done?
Alex the Car Doctor on Google. You're going to find all my information. I'm like one of the top people that pop up on Google.
Wait, if you're in Georgia.
Yes.
I don't know if you're in the Atlanta area.
Sounded like a lawnmower. Most likely you have an exhaust leak. Hopefully no one took your catalytic converter.
That's the thing.
Attempted to steal your catalytic converter, because thieves will attempt to steal something and get spooked. And now you're left with like a slice going through your exhaust, and weird stuff can start happening or tampered with in any kind of way. But that's what comes to mind when you say lawnmower.
Come on through. Do I have the shop's information on here? Let me see something right quick. And
there we go. Boom.
That is our address. And then I should add the phone number. But if you just Google Alex the Car Doctor, it'll come up. Everything that you need to know.
All my information
will come up, and we'll be happy to service you. All right. So we got Bill Gates. He says, Alex, Marvel Mystery Oil recommends replacing only 20% of the crankcase oil with Marvel oil. For comparison, how much Seafoam should replace crankcase oil? Also, I still can't give you super. Oh, he done figured it out now,
though. Let's see. I normally just read the bottle on the Seafoam. It says like for every quart of oil, add a cap full or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. But if you buy Seafoam, you can just read all the good information that's on the bottle, because it does a ton of things. Somebody outside?
No.
Okay.
One of the older kids.
Okay.
You got that? You finished though?
Yeah.
All right.
Read the bottle.
iHack Apple 2010 BMW 535X drive. The oil stick is electric, so I can't check it manually. Believe it was reading off, ran out of oil. Check engine light flashed, I think. Shut off, no longer starts. Make a crank sound. It is done for.
And BMW's engines are expensive too.
We talking about $4,000. The one we got sitting outside the shop now.
Yeah,
$4,000. Same issue. I think she ran it low on oil, unbeknownst to her.
Normally they'll let you know that, hey, you don't have any oil in your car, but that's horrible, man. I hate to hear that.
Judy Davidson says, "Hey y'all."
Hello, Judy.
I like that cowboy hat. I'm finna get me one. I think I'm entering into my cowgirl era, and it ain't because of Beyonce. That album was trash. No, not a fan.
Texas.
I feel like galloping on some horses. I feel like I need to wear that hat.
It's from when we went to our brother's shop.
with the horses,
Yeah.
Jason.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I just feel like I want to, you know what I'm saying, tip my hat to people as they, thank you. I don't know. I'll be tripping.
Maybe.
Boss Chick 48 says the Camaro only has 22,000 miles. Okay, the Camaro that the fans come on when she cut it off.
Oh, okay. 22,000
It said
miles.
it never showed a check engine light. We disconnected the battery and it's been working right ever since. Never ran hot.
Okay. It probably flipped out on you. Sometimes with the computers, they'll do weird things and get improper readings, and sometimes you'll have to do that reset by unplugging the battery. If you want to do a hard reset, you unplug the battery terminals and hold them together, negative and positive. That will completely drain out that's a hard reset. That'll completely kill the system, not kill it indefinitely, but kill the internal memory battery, or kill down the capacitors or whatever is in there that's holding a charge for like 20-30 seconds. That is in some type of manual that I read at the dealership, and it works for a wide variety of vehicles. I've seen it on multiple occasions to do a hard reset doing that procedure.
Awesome. Hakeem Shabazz. I love that. I caught y'all. Hey.
What's happening?
I'm glad you caught us.
Yes, for sure.
Says, right. I checked some dude too. Philly in the house. Okay.
Oh, snap.
Philly. It's on my list to visit
Yep.
Philly, actually.
Get some
sure.
Philly cheesesteak.
Now, here's a name I haven't seen in a while. Otis Shelley. How are you, my dear? He says,
howdy.
Good evening, car doctor. It's 2017 Altima. 126,000 miles. Shifting issues. Had dealer do a trans flush. Ooh, no, big no. And feel it eventually smooth out. Should I trade it? Yes.
Yeah, I would.
Get on out of there.
I wouldn't trust that.
Get it out of there.
It has that CVT transmission.
Go ahead while you can.
Works.
Yep. Absolutely.
120,000 miles. I'm surprised it lasts that long without a transmission. They normally last between 60 to 100.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would get rid of that with the quickness.
Frivolous activities, laughing about some, ain't no telling. Now, there's another name I haven't seen in a while. Clayton Ritchie, likely cracked or leaking exhaust manifolds.
Probably for that time.
Yep, he always in here helping out. We miss you. How are you? I hope everything is well with you. Judy Davidson says, I really enjoy your podcast. The videos have helped me quite a bit in repairs. That's why we do it, guys. To help out.
We're here for y'all.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For sure. We just, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people do social media for the
fame,
for the money.
Yeah.
And it's nice money. However, if we didn't get paid, if we still didn't get paid, we still would do it because it still brings business to the shop. So we really, he genuinely does it to teach people about cars. Because if you was here in person, he'd be talking your ear off about cars.
Sure will.
For sure.
Like I tell everybody, because some techs get on me like, oh, you're not using the correct terminology. Yes, I know that. I know how to use the correct terminology. I've trained myself in a way where the consumer can understand me. Mm-hmm. So if you see me talking and using the wrong term, I'm doing it on purpose. I'm here for the consumer, for the text too, but I feel in my head, some techs have their cup is too full. Some techs just watch I don't know. That's just my opinion. I may be wrong, but most techs out there,
they think they know everything.
Yeah, their cups are too full, and they think it's their way or the highway. Versus a consumer, they always have empty cups. I like to fill empty cups, guys. They receive my knowledge very well. They just take in what I say, and I always tell people, if you listen to me, you're gonna be good.
Mm-hmm. Ace Delock says, "A big dog, let me read it right. Hold on, Ace, let me do it. Just, hey, big dog, I need a job. I've been working on a car for the last couple of years. Okay. I need some new challenges.
Oh, I definitely can give you some challenges.
I'm telling you.
Where you at, brother?
Are you in the Atlanta area?
Mm-hmm.
We'll So I hire quarterly. We're just now entering into the second quarter, so I'll be hiring again around June.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're still working with our new guy,
Right,
just
yeah.
teaching him the ropes and everything.
After his 90 days is up, if he's staying, then I can move on to the next person. But we love to have you if you got the skill. You ain't got to be perfect, but you got to be teachable and come to work on time, because I will.
Time and be honest.
Yep, integrity is everything. Leo says, "Yo, Alex, the guru mechanic.
Yes.
How can I troubleshoot a fuel pump for a 2005 Cadillac Escalade 6.0?"
There's several ways you can do this. You can get a relay jumper set off of my link, my Amazon store. I do believe I put one on there. They're little relays, and you can find the fuel pump relay and just flick it on and go back to the tank. And if you're hearing a buzzing sound, now you're going to do this with the ignition on. You're going to manually turn on the fuel pump. That's the best way to do it. Now, if you have an expensive scanner, you can turn on the fuel pump from the scanner. But most of the time, I do the relay thing because I don't want to go through all the menus. I just trip the relay with the relay jumper. Now, some cars, well, this car has a relay jumper, so we're just going to continue talking about your car, but some cars don't. So trip the relay. If you don't hear the pump, then you need to go and probe the power wires back there. You may have to drop down the tank a little bit and test for power. Normally, it's going to be the two thicker wires. It's several wires. Most of them are going to be thinner gauge, like a higher gauge, maybe 14, 15 gauge wires. Then you're going to have maybe like two 10 to, that's about 10 gauge wires. So they're going to be a little slightly thicker. Those are going to be your power wires that you want to probe into with your volt ohm meter to see if you're getting volts back there. If you're getting volts back there, 12 volts, that means the system is sending power to it. It's just your pump is burnt out, which is a likely cause of that era of truck. They went through fuel pumps like it wasn't no tomorrow. Very good engines. Transmissions were okay. The 4L60, 4L60s that I think it had in there. You just have to take care of them. But hopefully that helps. That's just a few ways. Of course, there's other ways too, but those are the most common ways I can tell you off the top of my head.
All right. Otis Shelley says video quality is awesome. Thank you so much.
I'm glad it's back.
Definitely gonna fire Verizon.
Yeah, they gotta go.
Davin Whitlow says, "Hey Alex, what does a wastegate do on a turbo?"
Great question. A wastegate is the name implies what it does. It bleeds off pressure off the turbine wheel. So turbos are ran off of exhaust flow. You have picture what you call those wheels that we blow as kids?
Pinwheel?
Pinwheel. A lot of you may not know about a pinwheel. That's old school. So let's use a fidget spinner. A lot of people
know what pinwheels is. Ain't no kids in here.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
They know what a pinwheel is.
Okay, a pinwheel. A little wheel. You blow it and the wheel spin. Well, instead of you blowing it, the turbine wheel is spun up by the exhaust. So the exhaust is blowing the pinwheel very fast. And within turbo, if that turbo compressor wheel, the turbo turbine is not controlled, it can overboost. It would just keep spinning, and the car is not designed, and sometimes the turbo is not designed to go that fast, and stuff will start breaking. So in order to slow that wheel down, you have a wastegate. It's designed to bypass that turbine wheel and just bypass it, and it'll slow the wheel down. Now, a lot of people will get the terms wastegate confused with blow-off valve. Blow-off valve, it basically it stops compressor stall. Now, this is dealing with the compressor side of things. Baby's checking out on me, I can tell. So when you're in boost, when the car is providing pressure to the engine and you all of a sudden let off the gas, that valve closed, the throttle valve closed, and the pressure can no longer enter the engine. So it has to go back. It has to go out somewhere. If you don't have a blow-off valve or diverter valve, which a diverter valve is normally in stock cars, a blow-off valve is external and it vents to atmosphere, and you get the cool turbo noises. It will go back out through the compressor wheel, the compressor side, and make a funny noise. That's called compressor stall. You don't want to keep doing that because it'll tear up the bearings inside the turbo. So what you do, you install a blow off valve, and when that valve closes, that pressure that was trying to go into the engine get vented into the atmosphere, so it won't cause compressor stall. The compressor will literally just stop, will slow down harshly if the pressure tries to go back out, and you don't want that. So yeah, hopefully that helps. I love turbos, as you can tell.
Can y'all tell? My God.
Turbo the world, I say.
I don't know. I almost fell asleep, man.
Diesels are a lot different. I'm not going to get into that.
Steve Delmore says, hello. Really enjoy you two and the energy and personality. Thank you. It's
Steve.
So sweet, Steve. Have a question. What is your opinion on what are the most reliable cars, in your opinion, from 2016 and up? Well, you can't go wrong with
Subaru.
Yes, Subaru.
Subaru and Toyota got a thing going on.
Well, what do you want, though? Do you want a car? Do you want a crossover? Do you want an SUV?
Yeah, it depends on the person. A lot of people buy cars. Well, the mass majority buy cars because they look cute and they just need a car. But
yeah, people
for the other half,
yeah, for sure,
they buy a car because they actually trying to serve a purpose. I buy a car because I have a lot of kids and I need something to carry those kids, yet perform towing abilities because I tow my RV around the country. So I would need something big and has a big, powerful engine. I'm not focused on gas mileage. Or you may be the guy that carry around a whole bunch of camera equipment and need the space. So you'll probably need something like a small SUV, like a Forester, to put all your camera equipment in and get good gas. Well, it's decent gas mileage. You're not concerned about that. You know, it's just so many needs.
So let's do it this way.
Yeah, I need to know your
best
needs.
SUV. RAV4.
Yeah.
Subaru Forester.
Mm-hmm.
You can get away with a Mazda.
Yep, Mazda's been on it.
You just absolutely can't go wrong with Toyota and Honda. And I know that sounds like beating a dead horse. And a lot of times the money is significantly more. If you're talking car, Toyota Camry, Toyota Corolla, Honda Accord, Honda Civic, don't matter the year. Now, in 2008, they did have problems with their master cylinders, though. So, Honda.
Okay.
Honda Accord.
Oh yeah, they're big.
So you want to look out for that. But other than that, they're good cars. Like you ain't gonna have lift or rocker issues. Mm-hmm. If you say you pick up a Dodge that happens to have the 3.6 Pentastar in it.
Get your SRT8 and call it a day. You have fun.
That's all that comes to mind. Like you can't go wrong with the brands that I just named. So depending on what you need to get it for, I would stay away from the Kia, Hyundai.
Now, I don't know about the 24 stuff.
He said 2016, right?
Oh, and up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, people say the Palisade is all right.
I just don't trust Kia no more. They left a really bad taste in my mouth, especially with their service department and dealing with them. They don't take care of my customers the way they should.
Mazda is really good too.
BMW is really good.
Yeah, so you can't go wrong with those brands that I just named. It really depends on what you want to do. Now, if you don't feel like being in the shop, I'm gonna tell you right now, we make the most of our money on Dodge.
Mm-hmm.
When second up is Fiat. The second up is GM, which is Chevy, Buick, that kind of stuff. So you want to, if you got some Honda, Toyota money, go for it. All right. Chris Jefferson says, wow, thanks, man. So what would I need to get fixed? And he was talking about this car sounding like a lawnmower.
Oh, it have to be looked at. It's hard to say without personally seeing the vehicle. But I definitely do think it's exhaust related.
Mm-hmm. Mike Puck says, I do have a question. I have a 2015 Dodge Charger with the 3.6. Is it normal for the car to run at 97 to 100 degrees Celsius at idle?
Ooh, I don't even know what Celsius.
Or should I be concerned? Radiator fan motor is fine and dandy, and I use pressed on orange coolant. Please help me, Alex. Any advice is
Well,
appreciated.
I ain't no degrees.
Let me
Those
change.
Pentastars, they run hot. They normally be around 210 to 220. I need to convert that to Celsius.
Okay, wait a minute. No, let me see. 100. Look at us in here doing schoolwork.
Celsius to Fahrenheit. There we go.
Alright,
Yeah,
212.
so that's normal. That's perfectly normal to see that around 100 Celsius.
All right.
You're fine.
Oscar Milton is here
Uh-oh.
from TikTok. What's up,
Nice.
Oscar?
What's happening, Oscar? Thanks for joining us,
Thanks
buddy.
for coming over. We was live for about a good 45 minutes over there before we came over here. Judy Davidson says, "Hey Alex, I just completed the maintenance needed on my 2009 Toyota Tundra. I'm wondering if you could guide me through resetting the maintenance light."
Google would be your friend.
Yeah.
I don't retain how to reset maintenance lights because I save my memory bank for other important things. Not saying that's not important. It's important, but it's not important to me. I'm just being honest. So what I normally do when I change the oil, I will go on Google, type in '09 Toyota Tundra reset maintenance light. And normally it's going to consist of you turning the vehicle on, switching the trip meter to A, and turn it off and hold it for a certain amount of seconds, then turn it back on. It's going to be some blinking little lights, just indicating, hey, it's counting down to reset or something like that. It's so wide, many procedures out there, but I think that's the Toyota one. But I may have something wrong, but it's going to be in that era of things. Sometimes you pat the gas a couple of times, 3 times with the ignition on, but in the Tundra, I think it's the little reset button.
Okay.
Sorry, I couldn't help much. But
Clayton Ritchie says, "Oh, here we go. This why I miss you, Clayton. This why I miss Clayton right now. Cause he be knowing." Chris Jefferson, check yourself if I'm tripping. If there's a black buildup around the manifolds, this for Chris.
Chris.
Yeah. And have an exhaust specialist take a look at it. If that's what it is, you'll need to replace the manifold. Thank you, Clayton.
Thank you, Clayton. Clayton is the man.
I know. Remember Clayton. I miss Clayton. Okay, because he be knowing what Alex don't know.
No, I do know that. I know. Sometimes I don't think.
Yeah.
I my mind be all over the place sometimes.
I'm really trying to. Okay. I'm really no.
Oh, you trying to get a name?
It's a phrase.
Failed. I don't.
Rip Bit Brandon. That's what I'm gonna call him. But that's what it say. Rip Bit Brandon. Rip for real. All right. Whoever he was. If you care about him, I care about him. That's right. Alex, I have a 2011 Ford Taurus Limited. What? What about it?
What's going on?
It ain't no bad car.
Oh.
I mean, he's just saying.
Okay. I like the Tauruses. They're really good engines, I think. You're gonna be most likely running the 3.5 V6. They don't have many issues beside the water pump, and the water pump can be a pain in the butt to change, and it's very expensive. Run you about $2,000 if it's the water pump that ran by the timing chain. So you just got to watch out for that. Other than that, solid engine. And they make an upgraded version of that engine too, slightly stroked or bored. I can't remember which, but it's leadered to a 3.7. That's just the bigger brother of the 3.5. And basically the same engine.
It looked nice though. We had a Taurus in the shop yesterday. Friday, I mean. Eric D says, "Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Car Doctor."
Howdy.
Hey, Eric. Got a 2021 Toyota Corolla. At what brake pad thickness should I change my brake pads in the front? I'm at 5 millimeters according to the dealer. Also, do I need to change rotors and pads?
I'm kind of off when it comes to my millimeters. I'm trying to remember. It's one of those things that I don't go by. I go by percentage. I've been doing that so long, I kind of forgot my millimeters. Geesh.
Just convert 5 millimeter to.
I thought you had the phone.
Oh, I went on it. Is it scrubbing? Is your brakes? Because a lot
Nah,
of people,
that should be pretty. That should
a lot
still
of
have
people
some meat
think
on it.
they need brakes and they don't. Like we turn brakes down all the time.
Yeah.
They come in, I don't want the brakes, and
And
Alex.
sometimes the dealership will lie to you too.
True. And then your rotors, if you don't hear any, when you're trying to slow down,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no scraping, your rotors are most likely fine.
Mm-hmm. Now it just depends on what shape they're in, of course. If they're not gouged or scored or show signs of heat damage,
Mm-hmm.
you can get by with just resurfacing them. Me personally, I don't like to resurface like that anymore because you're taking material off the rotor, making it thinner. When you make your rotor thinner, it cannot dissipate heat that well, and it's more prone to warping, especially this day of time where the average mechanic is not trained properly how to resurface a rotor for that matter. So sometimes it's just best to just replace the rotor for better security. Because you want to resurface your rotor or replace the rotor anytime you put new brake pads on, because you're going to have a seating issue. The old rotor and brake pads, they're kind of mated together already. And sometimes you have the rotor be glazed. It's just so much can go on. Yeah, sometimes it's not a good idea to just slap pads on old rotors. You can, and it'll be fine, but that's just not the proper way to do things.
All right. Hopefully it helped you.
Yeah,
Poncho 408 Nissan Rogue 2008 with 150,000 miles.
Ooh.
The RPM goes up and down only when the heater or AC is on at a stoplight, and you can feel a vibration from the front seat also. Too.
So what comes to mind is you may have bad motor mounts.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with the RPM situation, the Freon may be low and causing the compressor to kick on and off. When the compressor is low on Freon, it will shut off. Then when the pressure gets back to normal, it'll kick back on. And if it's cutting on and off constantly, it affect the RPMs, because the engine is designed, the computer knows when the compressor kicks on, and the computer will compensate by raising the RPM slightly to compensate for the load that the compressor is about to put on the engine. The AC compressor takes some power to run, and if the engine didn't raise the idle slightly, when that compressor kick on, the engine will kind of want to die, and you can feel that. So yeah, check your AC system out and get those motor mounts checked as well.
Alrighty. Souls 2400. How was your week, boo?
Yeah, so
the Doc and Mrs. Doc. What's going on?
We up in here.
We here, okay? Working 9 to 6 every day.
We try.
All right, let me get this question. Alex, you a special man. Your name is Alex. You are right in my book. I have an 11 Sonata Limited. Car is known for bad engines with Theta 2.
You already know.
No warranties cover oil burning. Car was running weird and shaking from bottom when revving it up. Did the oil burn clog my cat?
Potentially. Depending on how bad the oil was burning, it can definitely clog up catalytic converters, foul out spark plugs. Oh man, it wreaks havoc on that engine. So yeah, potentially you just have to get a qualified technician to check it out for you.
But they known for bad engines. They are. Alrighty, Chris Hersey. I hope I said that correctly.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat. He says common issues on the 2016 to 2020 Chevy Malibu.
The only common issues that come to mind with those 1.5 engines, which I am loving, by the way, they're pretty good. I do believe sometimes I get them confused. I just got finished working on one. What that Malibu, that 19 Malibu is that the 1.5 turbocharger engine? Yep. Brake vacuum pump. They go out at around 100 to 150,000 miles. So if you're somewhere up in there, go ahead and just get the brake vacuum pump replaced for preventive maintenance.
Now the false symptoms is that your brake pedal it's going to make it think you need a brake master cylinder, but it's not.
It'll be hard. The brakes will be hard, and the car would detect that, and it'll kick in the ABS to give you some type of braking power, and it'll feel funny. But you don't want that part to go out, because when that part goes out, the brake vacuum pump will lock up, and the brake vacuum pump is ran off the cam. So depending on how it lock up, sometimes it will destroy your camshaft, costing you more money. It can send metal fragments through your engine, destroying your engine potentially as well. So you want to make sure you just replace it if you're around 100,000 miles, just for preventive maintenance sake. The transmissions is another concern. If you haven't been maintaining your transmission properly, you can expect it to go out somewhere. But if you've been maintaining it, it'll last you, because I do believe that's running off of a CVT, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully
we just had the Malibu
helps.
in the shop doing a transmission on it.
Now this dude, he maintains his car.
He's a Lyft driver, and he has Car Shield. And this is Car Shield's second time paying for his transmission replacement.
300,000 miles on that dang old Malibu.
He used it to ride share, so it's a pretty decent car. Those are the only two major problems that come to mind.
Get this, the car looked brand new. When you get up in there, you like, do he drive this car? But apparently he do, because this odometer says 260,000, 270,000 miles.
Yeah.
And this is
engine purring like a kid.
So
Oscar Milton says, what's your thoughts on higher speed transmissions?
More complicated. Mr. Oscar is talking to Mr. Milton.
Yeah.
Is talking about transmissions that have the 10 speeds. We're talking about tractor trailer type transmissions at this point. Tractor trailers normally got like 10 speeds. It's overcomplicated, and they're doing too much. The more complex a machine is, the more that can go wrong, in my opinion. Me, I'm a simple dude. Give me 6 and under gears. It'll do the trick just fine. GM is wondering why they're having so many transmission problems, because they're trying to overcomplicate stuff. That's just my take. It has a lot of benefits, and it does this and all that good stuff. Yeah, that's fine. But when it comes time to replace that sucker, you're gonna be spending $3,000 or more just for parts alone, because it's a complex unit, and complex units cost, versus a simplified 4-speed, 6-speed automatic transmission that will cost you probably under $1,500. So that's my take.
All right. Keith, Fresh. That's what I call them. I know who this is.
C-Class is the smaller beans.
Oh,
okay. Okay. So
we know Fresh. Fresh be whipping them beans.
Man, this is Fresh right here. Keith, this is my guy, y'all. He know all about the Euros.
Yep.
He always have the freshest stuff on, freshest cars. That's why we call him
Fresh, man.
This man is fancy.
Can't be touched, man.
No.
The watch gonna match the shirt, gonna match the shoes, gonna probably match the wallet. Probably match the underwear.
Probably match the car.
That's why we call them Fresh. Airsoft 907 says, don't know if they have the phaser issues, but EcoBoost do that when the phasers take a crap. He's talking about the dry start and stuff, I think, if I remember. Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, the phasers will knock and click around. That's why I think I mentioned timing chain area.
You ain't wrong, Airsoft. You ain't wrong.
Hey, we need to go airsofting.
All right.
I love airsoft.
I don't want to go. That hurt. Stoic Hunter says, hey Doc, I plan on changing front and rear differential fluids as far as transfer case fluid on
Ram 1500.
No, I'm just saying, I just added a whole word, as well as transfer case fluid on a 2014 Ram 1500 4x4. Do I need to use Mopar exclusive oils, or can I just use AMSOIL for my truck?
I would definitely use AMSOIL. When it comes to things like that, the dealership is probably hiring AMSOIL or some other top oil brand and just slapping Mopar on it and selling it to you for even more. When it comes to gear oil, throw AMSOIL in there, and sometimes the aftermarket is way better. Hopefully that helps.
For sure. I think I got another Souls 2400. Thank you for the super chat, my
Yeah, I
dear.
appreciate that.
Since had my cat replaced by the dealer for a recall. A few days later, I noticed leaking at one end of the cat. Should I take it back? Afraid of charges? Yeah, if they was the last one, touch it.
And it's leaking. They are definitely responsible for that. Yeah, that's not right. Definitely take it back, and that's not safe too, because if it's leaking in front of you, meaning those exhaust fumes can potentially enter the cab of the vehicle and cause carbon monoxide to enter, and carbon monoxide is an odorless gas and it's poisonous. If you know, if signs of carbon monoxide poisonous is sleepiness. If you always feeling drowsy, and
we had a customer like that. He was like, I'm always sleepy when I get in my car.
Yeah, so he's potentially getting carbon monoxide in your vehicle. Yeah, take that back immediately. If they trying to charge you, call me. I'll put their butt on blast since y'all like. I'm just playing. I have to. Y'all have to be directly dealing with me.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not just gonna be putting everybody on blast.
Get sued for slander. Yeah. Jay Hardy dead mama says teach.
I tried. Thank
you. JJ Johnson says, why don't everyone just buy Toyota? I see so many buying all these junk brands. Keep buying them and I'll keep towing them.
Oh man.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
I don't know how much, honestly, I'm ashamed to say that I'm not familiar with what cars cost because I'm a dealer. So anything I buy is going to be wholesale. So I don't know, what regular consumers are spending.
We don't think like average consumers because whatever we get, I can fix it. So we just get whatever we want or like at the time.
But for the most people, it's a preference. Like I've gotten a lot of comments that say Toyotas are boring.
Yeah, and ugly.
Well, not anymore. These new Toyotas. But if you look at like a 09 Corolla, it's not a cute car. And you got to think most consumers buy stuff that they want to look good. So a lot of consumers, alarming amount of consumers are oblivious to problematic issues on certain cars. They just go and buy what they like. Their dream cars are Escalade. Guess what? I know many husbands that come to the shop buy their wives the Escalades, and unbeknownst to them, it has lifter transmission problem, lifter rockers, transmissions, whatever. So, I just think it's they don't know any better, and then half of them think it's ugly, and then some of them can't afford it. So, people just out here buying what they buy or whatever. Steve Morphin says last week live was recorded with a cereal box. You ain't lying. It looked like it. You remember back then them cereal boxes you used to get looking. You know what I'm talking about?
Funny.
You done took it back right there, Steve, for real. Now we're on a 30-day trial with Verizon Internet, and
we're giving it back
$80 a month. But now we're on Xfinity. We're back on Xfinity right now, and it's better. So we're gonna tell them see ya.
My type of car right there.
Jay Hardy says, I got a 1970 Chevy Nova. Fancy.
Yeah, I bet it's beautiful too.
Mike Puck says Toyota is too expensive.
Yeah, they feeling themselves.
Yeah, they are. You gotta have some money, especially them SUVs. Speaking of, before I get to Miguel, doggone Jeep wagging out $100,000 for that crap. It is the worst car on the market. Man, that's crazy.
Getting bad reviews.
Oh my gosh! Like you have to drop the cradle to change a hose.
Yeah,
because it's in the back.
This is ridiculous.
Horrible. Miguel says, I have a friend who has a 2011 Subaru 6-cylinder Outback. The dealer told her she has a blown head gasket. What are the symptoms of that?
Blown head gasket symptoms are if you can have no smoke, no mixing of oil, but your car is consistently running hot no matter what you do or replace, nothing be leaking. Other symptoms are, this is on the minor end. You constantly have to put coolant in your vehicle. Again, you don't see any leaks, no white smoke. It's just losing coolant. But when you initially start it up in the morning, the car kind of runs funny for a brief couple of seconds, then smooth out. On the more extreme things, you're going to have white smoke coming out the exhaust, mixing of coolant in the oil, things like that.
All right. Support us by hitting that like button. You know what? Dang, I ain't even have to tell y'all this time. We got by okay. I see y'all. I ain't even got to do my little boop speech. We appreciate it. Shadow Man. And if you're on Facebook, share this live on your feed so you can share with your family friends. Don't gatekeep. Let them know that Alex cut out that here answering questions.
I think that's what a lot of people do. They're like, I want them all to myself.
It be me some days, y'all. I don't be wanting to share. Shadow Man says, hey, I have a 07 Ridgeline. I take really good care of it. Will it last me a while?
Oh yeah, that Honda Ridgeline. I like that truck too. I ride that truck.
For sure.
It's basically, for those who don't know, it's basically a minivan with the back chopped off for a pickup truck bed. It's Honda's pickup truck. Will it do things a normal pickup truck can do? No, it's minivan based. But it's a very cool pickup truck that Honda makes, and I will buy one.
All right, Stoic Hunter, thank you for the super chat, darling.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Thanks for answering my question. Truck manual calls for 75 W85, but Amazon only shows 7590. But my Ram 1500 for front differentials. Is it okay to use?
Yes, it's just off a little bit. It'll be perfectly fine. And if Amazon is showing that for your particular vehicle, I would go with Amazon. Amazon is a really big company that sometimes will run their own tests and ignore the manufacturer recommendation because they have spent millions of dollars researching and things, and they turn out this is better for the vehicle. And plus, I trust Amazon highly. It won't steer you wrong, and by that just slight difference, you'll be perfectly fine. I know it. Hopefully that helps. And thanks for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat, Stuart. Alucard, I hope that said it right. Thank you for the super chat. He says, thinking of buying a Toyota Prius 2006. And I'm gonna bring my code reader.
Smart
Very
man.
good. Very good. Can you please tell me what to look for in the Prius to ensure it's good?
Oh, great question, buddy. The first thing you need to do is just look around the car. Make sure it's not a rust bucket. Look at the interior. Make sure the interior look clean. Look up under the hood. Make sure nothing looks molested. Zip ties, things like that. Missing battery hold down stuff. Next thing you want to do is hook up your scan tool. You want to go to the code section and make sure it says no codes, no pending codes, because you can have pending codes, but no check engine light. The next thing you need to do is go to the IM monitors, the emission monitors, and make sure everything reads okay. Make sure all the monitors are set ready. If you see the monitors that says incomplete or it'll be like not ready or it just incomplete monitors, that probably mean that you're dealing with, not all the time, but a shiesty person that have you race the check engine light prior to you coming. And you can tell he did that or unplugged the battery. You can tell he did that because it erased all the monitors, and the car will have to go back through another drive cycle to set all the monitors, because the car at the end of the day runs a test on itself. It gives itself an emission test pretty much, and if it fails, it throws a check engine light. But in order to run its test, it has to go through all the monitors. So if all the monitors are set okay, and if it looks good to you, then it's a good car. But if you see a lot of incompletes, you just say, hey, I don't feel comfortable driving. I don't feel comfortable buying this car from you. I see a lot of monitors incomplete because a lot of people will still buy that car. As soon as they drive down the road, they start setting them monitors. Check engine light is going to come on, and sometimes it'll be for something major, and you left with a big bill. You don't want that.
Really quick, every car owner needs to have a code reader. There are literally cheap ones on Amazon just so you can pull your codes, or if you're thinking about buying a car like Alucard was, you can have something to go with you and kind of look at this stuff. Okay,
I spend a lot of time looking through things at this store, so it can give you guys, it takes the guesswork out of it. Most of this stuff I personally use.
Yes, every day in the shop. So if you're looking for a scan tool or just a code reader just to have as a automobile owner, check out Alex's affiliate store, and you'll come across a whole bunch of tools that he actually uses to this day. Okay. Bill Gates.
Man, look at Bill Gates showing out.
Because Bill got that money over there, man.
Thank you
for
much,
the super
Bill.
chat again. Alex, is it true you don't look at cars older than 09 or Euro cars?
I don't look at European cars.
It says, what is the difference between what is different with those older cars? What is the biggest barrier with fixing Euro cars vehicles aside from the cheap customers? They're really only it.
Yeah, that's the only problem. Cheap customers. At the end of the day, if you own a European car, most European car owners go to the dealership. If they're avoiding the dealership, meaning they're trying to save money by coming to me, that's their first mistake, because I'm not going to save you money. I'm going to do the job right so you can stay away from my shop. I'm not the place for that. Now, dealing with the 09s, I work on cars from like 99, 98 on up. Anything below that, my scanner and my equipment does not match with older vehicles. I'm not set up to work with older vehicles. And then the other
but
problem
you could.
Yeah,
I can.
It's time consuming. And then with older vehicles, you run into problems with obsolete parts. That's another major problem I run into with older vehicles. So I try not to go too old, because I like to get customers in and out pretty quick. I don't deal with online parts. And mostly your old vehicles, that's the only way to go. And I just can't provide a warranty. At my shop, I provide a 2-year labor and parts warranty nationwide, meaning I have partner shops. So if you go get your car fixed at my shop and that particular part go out, because part failure is a real thing, I can guarantee my work, but I can't guarantee a part. But if you drive that car to Florida and that part goes out, well, you can still get that part replaced free of charge at my partner shop.
Yeah, so it's through ProVantage with AutoZone.
Yep.
We used to be with Technic, but we're no longer.
Same thing. So hopefully that helps.
Oh, no, I skipped you, David. I wasn't going to skip you. He says, 06 Sierra doesn't move in drive, but we'll go into 1, 2, 3 and reverse.
Transmission? Yeah, you're having some type of transmission problem. It could be a linkage issue. The linkage may not be adjusted right, or something is loose. That, as far as my knowledge will take me on transmissions, I'm not good when it comes to diagnosing transmissions, or know things about it where I can explain where you can understand. I know, I can replace them, and I know enough to tell you, hey, your transmission is going out. But to verify that, take it to a transmission shop. That's what I tell my customers, because the last thing I want to do is tell you you need a transmission replacement, and you can only and you only need a $50 sensor. That's the last thing I want to do. So
Hakeem Shabazz says, what you call it? That's like me saying, give me that John. I just learned about that. I know, like, I don't know a lot of people from Philly, but I was watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or something, and the remake, and they use John a lot in there. I thought it was so cool that Philly people say that, though. That's what's up. Terry Gardner says, have a 07 A4 2.0 Quattro at 215,000 miles. Anything to specifically do on rebuild? Still going strong, just minor oil leaks. Just take care of them oil leaks.
Yeah. I don't work on Euros like that no more, so I've got it out my head to what's the common things you need to do to take care of it. But just follow your manual, take care of the oil leaks, and continue doing what you're doing, because that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Are they known for going the distance?
Yeah, if you take care of them and if you have the money to play.
Yeah.
It's a European car, Audi at that, A4, which is a Jetta base, the Jetta version of Audi.
Paul says, I just watch y'all's turbo video A1 content.
Thank you, brother.
Man, I can't wait to the race. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
I can't wait to get back started finishing it up. I'm very psyched about it.
Kai West says, still getting a PO715 code even after I changed the sensor. Let's see what that is.
Yeah,
We gotta see what
with that code.
And then it would be helpful, love, if we knew the car.
Yeah, because definitely need to know the car, but we'll look up the generic code for that.
All right, indicates a problem with the
turbine
speed sensor circuit A. And okay,
this is the I'm dealing with the transmission. This is some type of transmission code.
He said he's changed. You changed the speed sensor ? But it's a circuit code though.
Yeah, you could have a wiring issue. That's what I'm thinking. But when it comes to diagnosing transmissions, I couldn't help you there, buddy.
But anytime you see the word circuit, be advised wiring. So it's kind of like if you have a speed sensor and it just said speed sensor, then okay, sensor. But if it's speed sensor circuit and the wires that's on that circuit, you may want to look there as well.
Or you got a defective sensor. That's parts failure is real.
And parts failure is real. So
hi.
Jose Luis Salazar says hi. How you doing? Paul says hi. What are your opinions on Kirkland or Supertech Walmart full synthetic if I change my oil every 3,000 miles?
I'm not familiar with Kirkland.
You know who's good at that? Project Farms.
Yeah, he did a whole
series. Now I know Walmart has great batteries, but I'm not.
Yeah, I used to use their oil a lot back in the day, and I never had a problem with it. But oil is not just oil; it's different detergents and additives that they put in the oil. Check out Project Farm. He actually did a great test on Supertech and Pennzoil. He compared them all and did heavy analysis and things like that really goes deep. He does a very great job of testing different things, jump boxes, oil, gas. He does a lot of great stuff over on his channel. I love that man's channel.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite YouTubers.
Well, yeah, you used it for yourself, but we don't use it in the shop. But I don't think there's anything wrong.
No, I don't definitely think it's pretty good. Walmart has invested highly in their oil.
Man, Walmart doing everything. You can go get your medicine. You can buy your car stuff. You can change your oil, change your tires. There's clinics now. I think dentists at Walmart now. You can go to the eye doctor at Walmart and grocery shop. I was like, they trying to be the one-stop shop for everything these days.
They doing the most.
Christina Stokes said, I really wished I lived closer to you because you are the greatest and most honest person about cars. Hopefully soon someone will give me the right diagnosis for my vehicle.
I wish you the best of luck. Thank you,
Well, Christina, listen, I'm going to say this now while it's 8:30. Why don't you just try messaging Alex on Alex the Car Doctor? It's a lot of messages on there, but if you message right now, you might be at the top, and maybe he can help you. He's diagnosed a lot of cars over the internet.
Or at least point you in the right direction. I'm very genuinely concerned about you getting your car fixed. All of you guys. I want the best for everyone.
Yeah, so message him on start a thing now. It's going to be an automated message to tell you it's high volume. But I'm going to remember Christina Stokes and help him get to your message, okay? But it's probably like 1,000 messages on there now. Jose Luis Salazar says, Buenas tardes, amigos.
Oh, thank you.
Buenas tardes to you too, my friend. See what I'm saying? I love Espanol. It's a beautiful language. Yeah. Chaos 422. Now that's what we about to go back in the house to in a minute.
Yeah, my daughter. Now it's the 2-year-old.
I am new to your channel and love it. I do 90% of my own work, and you are now my go-to if I have questions.
Oh man, I appreciate that.
Yes,
brother.
First of all, welcome to the channel, and we do this live every Sunday night. At 7.
We're gonna try to make it Wednesdays. I don't know because the shop keeps me really busy. But if y'all really want me to try to come back Wednesdays, y'all write down in the comments. Let me know.
All right. Charisma Allure. Ooh, favorite classic car.
Ooh, I like Bel Airs, Novas, Cutlass. Trucks. I like the old box Chevys, not box pickup trucks. I mean, not box Chevys. Oh,
Classic.
that's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head.
Because you
I like the Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am. That was one of my all.
What's that called? Night Rider Drive.
That's another Pontiac Trans Am or Firebird or something. I love those. I'm a big Night Rider and Smokey and the Bandit fan.
Souls 2400 says favorite Alex quote: "Fire customers wouldn't quit." Man, listen, that customer tried it that day. I was like, you know what?
That's funny.
He was talking about something and trying to circumvent the process, and I just told him, I said, Shan, just tell him come get his car. We're not about to do this, because when you call the dealership, you can't circumvent their process, and you're not gonna do it here.
It's like this, guys.
Respect the staff.
I respect the staff and respect my time. It's like, would you want me to stop doing what I'm doing on your car and potentially lose track of what I'm doing on your car to answer your brother's question and trying to hold me up on the phone? Mm-hmm. Of course, that's an example. Even though it's your brother and I'm pretty sure you love him, but at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure you're going to want your vehicle fixed so you can take care of your business and your family. Mm-hmm. And you wouldn't want me pulled away from that. And that's the thing.
It's hard.
I'm busy. I got a shop to run. I got to watch my guys.
Especially if they don't give me problems like they do Shan. But if Shan is reading the quote, y'all going line upon line, she's explaining stuff to you. It's, you know what I mean? Like, we can't pull this man away from what he's doing. So I just told him, come get your car, because we're not about to do this.
If I need to talk to you, I will make the time. I will set the time, but I'm not going to talk to you about your quote that I wrote. I wrote the quote.
Well, no, you wrote the problem. Shan wrote the quote.
I wrote the dang on problems. The problems personally came from me, and if you don't want to believe me or have a problem with the price, just come get it. I didn't even charge him no diagnostic fee.
Oh, yeah, we told him just come get it, no diet. Goodbye. Because if you start off like that, every customer that start off like that, they are problematic. And I just don't want the headache. All money is not good money, honey. Johnny Davis, this is our cousin, because we're the Davises.
Yep.
What's going on, cousin?
What's going on?
Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate you. Guys, we got to end it, because we are at the hour and 41-minute mark. But as soon as I clicked, I saw my man Duval, and I can't go without saying what's up to him. He says, apologies for showing out in the comment section. No, but I had to let him. Yeah. How y'all doing? He was going in the comment section with that other guy.
Oh, that crazy fool.
No apologies needed, man.
Now, y'all, you see something crazy, y'all have my permission to take them out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because sometimes I don't have time to go back and forth with crazy folks.
Right. But listen.
And especially because y'all know me. Y'all know me. I'm genuine. And I'm not here for clout or, I'm not above myself or whatever crazy stuff people be saying.
All right, and
prideful.
As I'm scrolling down, I wish we can get to everybody, but yes, Corey, it's expensive to replace that engine in there.
Mm-hmm.
And used engine is $4,000 alone. So, but anyway, guys, we got to go. We got to get kids ready for school tomorrow. We will be back next Sunday. We will be pumping out content on all platforms all week long, and we got a good one for you. I'm not gonna give it away. We'll see you. I'm not gonna give it away. What I say?
What I say?
Come on, let's go in the house, because you know what? We're gonna kiss later.
Yeah, we're gonna kiss later, guys. I appreciate you for being here with me. Alex the Car Doctor out. I'll see you on the next one.
You said my line, so bye, guys. We love you.